Hi, this is Chuck Rice, President of the Oklahoma City Astronomy Club. I'd like to welcome you to this month's meeting and hope you've had a great time this past few weeks with all the rain and the snow and the ice storm Armageddon, but we all made it through and it's okay. A lot of great things happening in the club, a lot of great things happening with public outreach events in the comment. We'll talk about that in a minute. Just to remind everybody um, that the club functions because of you and what you guys do for the club. So I'm very thankful for that. But I also want to give a special shout out to Tom Arnold, who's director of the planetarium here at the Science Museum, Oklahoma. He is retiring soon. So we need to think of a great way to have a retirement party for Tom. Don't know exactly how that's going to happen or what's going to occur or when it's going to occur, but we would like some ideas and some thoughts about that, and maybe we can help Tom right off into the sunset, so to speak, and have a great time in his retirement. Yeah, so I thought the first thing that I would do is talk to you about what's happening in the night sky, and I don't have a good frame of mind or a frame of reference for that to put stuff together. So I decided that, NASA and the Jet Propulsion Lab in California and Pasadena, they have a great venue for this. So I'm going to play their video for a little bit. So let's see, we can do that, share that, and let's hit play and see what happens.
What's up for February? The brightest planets converge. The constellation Auriga and two star clusters you might want to get serious about. All month long, you'll notice the two brightest planets in the sky, Jupiter and Venus, appear closer together each evening. Find them in the west in the hour or so after sundown. On February 22nd, the crescent moon sits just a degree apart from Jupiter, with Venus hanging beneath them. The two planets then continue to get closer in the sky over the following week, culminating in a close conjunction on March 1st. Another nice pairing takes place on February 27th, when the moon and Mars will appear less than a degree apart. You'll find them high in the southwest after sunset. The constellation Auriga makes for a worthy target to pick out of the February sky. Auriga represents an ancient chariot driver, and it's often depicted as the entire person. Given the outline, you might prefer to think of it as one of a chariot's wheels. The brightest star in Auriga is Capella. Now, in Latin, Capella is a word for a female goat. And in addition to Capella, there are these three little stars nearby known as the kids, as in the name for baby goats, which is pretty fun. Opposite Capella toward the south is the bright star Elnath. Technically, it's part of Taurus next door, but it helps define the roughly circular shape of Auriga. Auriga appears high in the western sky on February evenings and is relatively easy to find thanks to Capella and Elnath. From Orion, look northward twice the height of Orion to find Capella. Then spot Elnath on Auriga's opposite side, and from there it's pretty easy to identify the other stars that round out the shape of the Charioteer constellation. All month long, observers with access to a good pair of binoculars or a small telescope can hunt for two easy star clusters using the brightest star in the sky as a guidepost. There are two open star clusters, M41 and M47. They're called open because their stars are close together in space, but in sort of a diffuse structure. To find them, start with brilliant Sirius, which is easy to pick out toward the south in the winter night sky. M41 lies just 4 degrees south of Sirius and should be visible in the same field of view in binoculars, where it appears as sort of a faint patch of light. It's about as wide on the sky as the full moon, though in actual extent, it's about 25 light years across and is located about 2,300 light years away from us. To find M47, you can also start at Sirius and work your way over toward the east about 12 degrees, then a couple of degrees to the north. It's about the same size on the sky as M41, but just a little brighter. M47 lies about 1,600 light years away and occupies a volume of space about 12 light years across. Our own sun is thought to have formed as part of a cluster like these. So finding them in the February sky can be a pretty neat way to connect with our own cosmic origins. Here are the phases of the moon for February. Stay up to date with all of NASA's missions to explore the solar system and beyond at nasa.gov. I'm Preston Dykes from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and that's what's up for this month.
Okay, so that was pretty neat. Cool thing about the crescent moon being right over Jupiter, that'll make for some cool photographs. And they didn't talk about the green comet, but that's okay. We know a lot about the green comet. NASA's What's Up in the Sky mentioned it last month, but it turns out we had a club event last Friday, and it was great. We had several hundred people there. It was a resounding success. And so I thought that I would take a moment to advertise how great of a job Mitch did, and thank you for his efforts in all of this, and also maybe embarrass him a little bit because he gave an interview on TV. And let's see how that went.
Well, KSCO has been telling you all about the green comet that's visible from our skies for the first time in 50,000 years. That's a long time. At the beginning of the week, the comet approached its closest point on its path to Earth, but you still have a chance to see it tonight. So meteorologist Taylor Clark joins us now from Lake Hefner this morning with the Oklahoma City Astronomy Club. This organizer here is inviting the community to come out and view the comet. Hey, Taylor. Hey, good morning. Yes, so we are out where many people will gather later on tonight, and you can see that we have some telescopes set up behind us as well. But I'm here with Mike Mitchell. He's one of the co-organizers. Mike, can you tell us what some of the things that we can expect tonight? Who can come? Tell us timing. What do we need to know here?
Hi, I'm Mike Mitchell of the Oklahoma City Astronomy Club, and we're holding a public event tonight where we're inviting the public to come out with us and look at the comet, calling it the green comet. The actual name is C/2022 D3ZTF, which is why they call it the green comet. So
it's a lot more fun to say green comet.
Yeah, the green comet. So, but we're inviting everybody to come out, and we're at the northeast corner of Lake Hefner, and we'll be from 7 to 9 tonight. We'll be set up, and we'll have some telescopes, and we'll have binoculars that people can use to look at it. And unfortunately, I don't think it's visible with the naked eye right now.
Yeah.
So,
but you guys
some kind of instrument to look at it.
Absolutely, and you guys are providing several of those instruments. So if you have yours at home, feel free to bring it. If not, you're not going to be left out. You guys can be providing so much of this information.
Yes, if you bring your own, we can help people know where to look. If people don't know where to look, we'll point out, okay, it's right there. So look in that area and they should be able to see it. Or they can use, I will have telescopes set up. We'll have binoculars here that people can use also. So they don't need to bring anything except dress warmly. It will be cold tonight.
Yes, we've been talking about some of those chilly temperatures. Temperatures will be in the 30s tonight, so definitely bundle up. Other than that, anyone can come out tonight. It's at Windsurfer Point here on Hefner. So there's many, many different places for you to go. And you said that the entire astronomy club, or those who can join, will be out tonight and they can answer any questions that they have.
Right. Well, it won't be the whole club. We have about 200 members, but we should have at least 10 or more out to help people with equipment and can answer questions and help people look at it.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
So that was great for Mitch to do that, and thanks to him and those efforts. And of course, we had 200 or 300 or 400 people, however many were out there, because of the club. And these outreach events are great, and we appreciate everybody that comes out to help. So you don't even have to be a board member to help with these things. It's wonderful to bring out your telescope, and appreciate him for doing that. And they showed some pictures there, but I would like to show one more picture. Let's see. Here we are. So let's screen share that. Okay, So this is a picture taken by Andy Fryhover of the Green Comet, and you can see great tail there, great color, awesome. He always puts on his photos where he, the various information about how he took it. He did it from 12:54 a.m., so 1 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the morning out at Pack Saddle WMA, which is Wildlife Management Area. So if we look at that, this is out here by Crawford, Oklahoma, and you can scan out in Zoom and you can see that it's really far away. So it's out past Watonga, north of the Black Kettle National Grassland. Out there's the Texas border. So when you drive out to Okie-Tex, either you go through Elk City or you go up through Sealing and Woodward, somewhere in between there is Pack Saddle Wildlife Management Area. So anyway, that was a great picture that Andy took. There it is again, and thank you for his efforts. So, that's out at our discussion board, which is at okcastroclub.com. Recommend everybody go out there and look at things that are going on with the club and look forward to seeing you guys at the meeting. So that's all I will say for now, and thanks a lot and take care. All right, bye-bye.